Hey, what's up, fellow YouTubers, TikTokers, and bookworms? So, yes, I am doing something brand new that I've never done before, which is I'm using CapCut to obviously create a video that I already shot and then talk over it. So, I won't be doing too much talking in this. It's just basically a video of my local comic book store. Obviously, it was pretty packed, but again, I had never done this before because, as you guys know, I don't do any editing or anything like that. So, what I just showed you were the first two shelves in his store. So basically, those first two shows were last week's books, which I didn't get to record this past week because I didn't go, as you probably know that I missed a week. Then obviously, what you see here are the first three that would be for the new books. That's obviously the front of the store right there and whatnot. So yeah, then here we have this little shelf where he keeps some of the art that he sells. He might put a toy or two. This here is the shelf where he keeps all the Star Wars, all the 20th Century Fox properties like um, Aliens, Predator, Planet of the Apes, and so forth and whatnot. Big poster that he has there. So I probably should have shot the video as you come into the store, but I kind of did it backwards, but that's okay. It was just a lot of people in the front of the store then, so I figured let me start through the back and maybe they'll make themselves their way to the back. And at that point, then I don't have to worry about, having too many people in the front. That, as you can see, is the shelf for all the absolutes that he still has in stock. This here is just the Batman family books. Again, your detectives, your Batmans and whatnot. And then here's where you start with your DC books. So here's all your all-in. But even believe it or not, there's actually some Dawn of DC books still there, if you're lucky enough to find them. He typically maybe keeps 9 to 10 months worth of books out on the floor, so you can still buy them at full price if you're lucky enough to find something that's kind of hard to come by and whatnot. Obviously, it's A through Z. So the first was A through whatever, and then it finished in Z. Here we start with Marvel. And again, A through Z. Now this is an old school shelf, as you can see. Kind of like almost, I don't know. I know some libraries have these. And obviously like Barnes and Nobles and stuff like that. But I mean, a lot of people kind of go with the new furniture nowadays. This is pretty old. Again, this is A through Z. And believe it or not, all the Marvel stuff fits in just this one bin. It's pretty cool. So over here, what we have are independent books. And as you can see, 30. So it starts with numbers and then A through whatever. So I think here it stopped at maybe D on the bottom. And then obviously the D continues up there. So yeah, just, again, all the independents are there. So again, yeah, D's there. And kind of keep going. And you just make your way to the bottom. Now, DC and Marvel obviously are together, respectively, but the independents are independent. So you're going to have your Boom, your Dynamites, your Mad Cave, Image, Dark Horse, whatnot. Are going to be in all these shelves. Here's another one of those old school bookshelves. And this is just a 2-tier with kind of like the stair-looking, as you can see how they just kind of go up in stairs or whatnot, whatever you want to call it. Here's another wall shelf. Now we're at N. And obviously this shifts every so often. He gets a brand new title. He has to kind of shift them in. As you can see with the wall, he has the walls fully covered from like beginning to end. That's the front of the store over there. So here you are on the R's. But I believe, yeah, this finishes with Z. That was Zorro on the bottom there. No, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. I didn't even see what letter that was. But anyway, I think it was M. And so that M continues up here. This is where it actually finishes. I mean, look at that Supermassive. That's an old book. That was like over a year ago, I believe. But he just keeps them out. He's a one-man show. I do help him as much as I can. But he is a one-man show. He has a couple guys that come in and help do, certain things. But yeah, he can't be bothered with the whole bag and boarding. He's like, whatever. We start with the trades, and we start with Marvel. Got some of those boxes. There's your epics up there. And he does put omnibuses. There was like an omnibus that you've seen. So he puts them all together. So it can be hardcovers, omnis, and trade paperbacks. There's your epics up there. Now we're at DC. That went kind of quick. I love DC, but I just, I'm thinking, there's a lot to cover. So, but yeah, that was DC that just went by. Here we have all the independent books now. And again, A through Z. So I think what happened was there was a couple guys sitting on this side. So that's why I'm so close to the books. So as I kind of finished the shelf, I'm at where they're kind of sitting. So yeah, there's a guy there with a blue shirt on. But yeah, these are all your independents. A little section for manga. I actually did this probably like a year ago. And it changes, obviously. Some more prints. I think they're like $10 each or 3 for $20. So it's kind of like a way to get you. Oh, there's the sign right there. There you go. Yeah, $10 each or 3 for $20. Then we have some independent books. I'm sorry, not independent. Some variant books. So unlike a lot of the shops, he doesn't hide his books. He just leaves them right in the open. There's, $30, $40, $50 books there, believe it or not. But, this is, again, so a lot of the new stuff. There's a couple trades there that are probably on sale. And then this section is really like old school trades. These are all half off, maybe even 70% off. The stuff on the floor is all variants. Again, some regular books here and there, but it's a lot of variants. And again, they might be $20, $30, $40 books there. It's a pretty good area, so, we don't really worry about people coming in and stealing. Again, this is Malden, Massachusetts. Not that, it's not the most perfect neighborhood, but, it's the city. Police station's kind of like up the street, the train station. Super busy. There's the front of the store, actually. Here we have some books. These are basically like hardcovers, like DK, Dorsley and Kingsley. As you can see, those first 4 or 5 books up there. And then, we have some novels that are obviously, comic book based. Here we have your kids section. DuckTales, Archie, Spider-Man, Jeff the Shark, Simbi, some more posters. So I wish I could tell you what's the size of the store, but I just can't remember. It might be only like 1,300 square feet, 1,400 maybe. It could be even a little bit bigger. I mean, and this is the front of the store, not the whole store, because there's more to the back, where he has more of his back issues and whatnot. Here's a wall for action figures. He doesn't carry a lot, but his prices are great. Nothing here is, I think, above 50, except for maybe when you see Batman and his motorcycle. I mean, there's some animated Batman figures that I think they're like only $20 each. All these Marvel Legends are 20, maybe 30 at most. Look at that one. Weapon X is 20. Again, he just priced to sell. Yeah, look at that, $15, $15. I mean, I remember my old store, I don't want to say the name, but, he probably have those for $35, $40. But yeah, to each their own, obviously. Some more hardcovers. These are some of your cooking books. So, and then this is a fun area, all your DC Compact. I mean, he is constantly always changing this, which is really good. Some of your premieres, some more DC Compact. It sells like crazy. He can't get enough of it. It looks full right now, but within the weekend, it's gone. There's a little display area there. Here's where the cash wrap is. He has some wall books and whatnot. Nothing super crazy. I don't think anything there is even higher than $100. Some of his statues. Those are his personal statues. I don't even think he's selling those. Here's a lot of your facsimiles. Some Absolute, obviously, there. The Superman's holding up. Here's some hardcovers. Behind this, there's more books, but I was just kind of running out of time, and I just wanted to cut it short. But yeah. So that's basically his store. This is Zenith Comics in Malden, Massachusetts on Pleasant Street. And then this end cap here has all your Energon universe and some Conan stuff. So yeah, folks, I'll kind of finish off here. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. I surely appreciate it. And you guys take care. Peace.